Hello there. Welcome to another talk, another meditation. And today's talk meditation is called Having No Particular Interest or Sympathy, Unconcerned. Now this is, some people would call this indifference. But if you want rid of certain people in your life, i.e. toxic people, then you've got to get to that stage. And you will get to that stage where you just don't care anymore. You don't care what they do, what they don't do, what they say, what they don't say. Because you realise that they aren't for you. You're on a completely different pathway. Your journey is the journey of enlightenment. They aren't on that pathway. And I had two ladies contact me last week who were asking my advice. They're in situations, been in situations or struggling. And it's only temporary. So what happens is you get the big awakening, and now you're going to be aligned and going to be aligning with your soul family. Right? The people that you knew in past lives, and also spirits come to you also that are passed on. This might sound crazy, but in the last couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe about a month. Now, this might sound crazy, but I think that a person that I sense, not all the time, but regular, is a spirit, and her name, when she was alive, was Paula Yates. And it started a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden she was in my awareness. Person never thought of, and it wasn't just her in my awareness, also Michael Hutchins in my awareness also. So that means that the two of them are together. And I'm not a medium, but spirit does work with me. And to cut a long story short, I find out through working with these spirits that they want to help me. And they want to help, and basically the word is that spirits on the other side are very aware of this awakening. And this relates to, if you're going through a situation where the people, you just don't resonate with them. Spirits on the other side are aware of what you're going through. It's a horrible thing when you're dealing with just people that are bad people. And people that have no empathy, they have no compassion. They are a representation of the beast. And perhaps these people are sent to you by the devil. But also, if you're on this pathway of awakening Christ consciousness, if Christ was crucified, then maybe his people, or the people ascending or aligning with his consciousness, maybe they would have to not be crucified, but have to go through some trials to prove themselves. But every chosen one, people going through awakenings that I've, spoke to on the internet, every one of them has got issues with their family. Because what happens is, they get an awakening, and then they realise their husband or their partner or their family, that they're not resonating with those people anymore. They're at a different level now. And there also can be jealousy that arises as well from people. Because they don't like the fact that you're on this special journey and they feel left out. When actually, it's all within. They could access it also. But instead, they talk rubbish about you, and, God sees everything. You can't mess with God's chosen people, because if you do, God will cut you down to size. God is the eye that sees everything. God is aware, the infinite awareness that is. And it knows. And the people that wrote the Bible were channeling God, basically, and then they were writing it. I'm not religious, by the way, but I just thought I'd put that in there. We don't mess around with God's chosen people, but that's what these people are doing. That's why Jesus Christ said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do," because he knew what God was capable of. You're dealing with the infinite forces of nature. It can do anything it wants. It can make or break you. But in terms of this talk, a lot of people are going through this. I had a nice lady contact me last week who, she's a Kundalini yoga teacher and going through really hard times. And another woman before that contacted me on Twitter. She's got her own boat. You wouldn't think had much problem, but yeah, doesn't resonate with the people. And I watch sometimes live videos. And Adriana Tellez, sounds like Mexican or Latino or something, but she's also going through an awakening, and they're all the same. They're all going through this, it's like a separation. And what's happened is your vibration's changed, and so therefore the reality is changing. If you observe it, it's like a simulation. It's like a computer game. Only the buttons are actually the frequencies, and they manifest the reality. But what will happen is you'll go through this indifference stage where you can't be bothered with them anymore, whether it's family, wife, husband, and they're not for you. And if they are, disrespecting you, they've walked away from you, that's good, because that means that the trash has taken itself out. That's great. So a lot of situations are happening like that just now, and if it has, that's what you want. Because the last thing you want in your future is these kind of toxic individuals in your reality. It's good that this is happening now, right? That way you don't have to have an excuse in the future. But this is the stage you're going to go through, having no particular interest or sympathy, unconcerned. You just won't care. And what's happening when you're going through this, you're actually letting them go. You can only love for so long if that love is being rejected, and then it'll come a point where you just don't care anymore. Be careful who you disrespect. Be careful who you're not giving love back to, because if they let you go, it could be permanent, especially if they properly let you go. And some people are disrespectful, not really meaning it, but be careful. Because when you let someone go from within you, that's it, it's over. There's nothing left. And a lot of people going through awakenings are going through this just now. They don't resonate with the people they're around. I think the best thing to get through it is to know that you're where you should be. Use presence, the present moment. Don't try and, get to some other place, because then you're not being present. Use the present moment. Let within you be your guide in the present moment. Yes, you feel like you don't fit in with these people. But if you use presence and presence awareness, it will keep you safe. You see? Don't get pulled into other people's, realities and negativity. And a lot of the time what you'll find is they'll actually take themselves out of your life. And if that happens, that's, like I said earlier, that's fantastic. But if you use presence awareness, when you're fully present and you're not trying to get somewhere else, that's when you're, as people say, the holy light or the holy type of consciousness. When you're in harmony, and then good things will manifest. And because you're peaceful and tranquil, using presence awareness, that's when your manifestation power goes up and you become abundant. Infinite abundance you become when you are using this holy, harmonious frequencies. But yes, you may be going through this just now, what I'm talking about, having no particular interest. Sympathy, unconcerned. And what I found with this as well is you let go and let go and let go until you enter into nothingness. It's like you enter into nothingness. And then because you're into nothingness, within that is ecstasy, is what they call tantric awareness. And that is access when you let go so much, and you let go to a point, it's like you return to nothing. Right? So this is part of your journey, this is part of you returning to who you truly are, which is tantric awareness, which is a peaceful, tranquil, orgasmic love. It's alive, but it's also relaxed. It's accessed by going within your heart space. They say it's a tiny space. I'd say it's an infinite space. And that's why I always say that my talks are like meditations, because that's how they go. But I just talk, this is, just the way I talk in general. If you give me enough time, I'll put you to sleep. I'm not a hypnotist or anything. I just talk on this the way I am in general. So yeah, if I had about 10 minutes with someone, I probably could get them relaxed. But I only gained this ability after this unexpected spiritual awakening, which happened 10 years ago when I was 24. I'm 35 on the 22nd of October. But I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates and talks and news, and this talk will be at the top of my homepage on my website. All my talks are on my top of my homepage. My website address is www.lovelightfamily.com. You can also donate at my Cash App cash tag, which is Love Light Family 1111. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you.